More interviews from the Tri-County Microd Club, two-wheel action from Champion Speedway. We'll hear from Team Jordan's newest driver, interviews from Skyview Drags and Watkins Glen International Readies for the Cheez-It 355 at the Glen. All that and more on this edition of The Race Report. Hi everyone and welcome to another edition of the Race Report. I'm Ron Hills. Last week we brought you some interviews with drivers who race at the Tri-County Microd Club track. This week we continue those interviews with the little drivers with big aspirations. Here's Amanda Tuttle.
Very good, buddy. How old are you?
7.
And what class do you race in?
Junior novice.
How many races have you had?
3.
3. And what's your favorite thing about racing so far?
Is that you get to floor it?
That you get to floor it? How did you get into racing, buddy?
My dad.
Your dad? Okay. Do you have any sponsors you would like to thank?
My grandpa and my dad and my mom.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night, buddy. Good luck out there. Okay. And how old are you?
12.
And where are you from?
Port Crane.
And how long have you been racing?
This is my 5th year.
5th year. And what class do you race?
I'm R1.
And what is your favorite part about racing?
A lot of things.
How did you get started in racing?
I used to race on asphalt, so one night I watched the race of them. I just wanted to do it. So.
Good. Do you have any sponsors or any people you'd like to thank?
Hilltop Bait Shop in Agway, and my dad, mom, uncle, grandpa, grandma.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck, buddy. Have a good night. And how old are you, Dale?
I am 12.
And where are you from?
Owego, New York.
And what class are you racing?
I race in the camera class.
Okay. What is your favorite part about racing?
The speed and racing side by side with other drivers.
How did you get started in racing?
I started off with racing on asphalt with Nate, and we just wanted to race dirt because there's more people and it looked more fun.
That's good. Do you have any sponsors or any people you'd like to thank?
Currently, I have no sponsors, but I like to thank my mom, my dad, and my sister Shelby.
All right. Have a good night. Good luck out there, bud.
Yes.
And how old are you?
13.
What class do you race?
MR1.
Can you tell us how long you've been racing?
1 year.
And what's your favorite part about racing?
Trying to get faster every week.
And how long have you been racing?
This is my first season. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any sponsors or any people at home you'd like to thank?
Nula Collision and Towing.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay. Have a good night, buddy. Good luck. You too. Can you tell us about what the Tri-County Microd Club is?
The Tri-County Microd Club is a place for children to be able to race. They're 5 years old to 17 years old, and we race on dirt, and we have an absolutely fantastic time. And the great thing for you spectators is that you can come and watch these kids for free every single Saturday here at Tri-County Microd Club on Bull Creek Road in Triangle, New York.
And can you tell us what classes you have and what they are?
The classes that we currently race are Junior Novice, Novice, MR1, and Cammer. And those classes are based on the child's age. So each age group, they range up and move up by class that way.
Thank you.
No problem.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Shangri-La 2 Motor Speedway may have suspended racing operation, but that hasn't affected racing at Skyview Drags. The Race Report made a road trip to Tioga Center for some IHR action.
And we're talking with Jim Arisitano and his beautiful 69 Chevelle, 68 Chevelle, The Last Boy Scout. Everybody remembers that movie with Bruce Willis. And Jim was actually a 2014 inductee to the Tri-Cities Dragway Hall of Fame. He's still the only active driver that used to race that old course. So that's really great to have him up here and see him running this car. And I tell you, he's having a problem with the car, with the heat, and so is the car. he's had to switch from alcohol to gasoline, correct?
Yes, I had a problem with the fuel delivery, and I switched it back to gasoline today, and big difference performance. His car's falling on his face, so hot. But we'll get it straightened out. A couple of weeks I'll be back with the alcohol in it and be running like it's supposed to.
Okay, now what kind of times are you doing today?
Today it's running in a 7:30 range, 7:35. With the alcohol, it's going 680s. So
And for some of the people,
the second difference.
so for some of the people who don't know, what kind of top speed would that be at the end of the quarter mile?
And alcohol was hitting almost 100 miles an hour. Today, she's up to 94 as fast as I can get it with the heat. And the altitude, the density altitude is so high that it's just too much.
Not enough oxygen, too much water. Yep, exactly. So now, when was the last time you actually drove at Tri-Cities Dragway?
Back in the 60s, 65. Actually, I think I started in 63 or 2, and then I think 66, 7, pretty much is the last time I was there, and it was quite a while ago. I had 7 different cars back in the day. We also raced at Shangri-La Speedway, too. That's where it actually started till Bob Conley was able to secure the airport to race at.
Now, what's your favorite car that you've had as a dragster so far?
The 68 Chevelle.
That's it, okay. Okay, great. Well, I'll tell you what, Jim, it's been nice talking to you. We really appreciate your time, and good luck today.
Thank you.
More interviews from Skyview Drags next week, right here on The Race Report. Family and friends are mourning the loss of Margaret Warner this past week. Marge and Stan were married for 49 years. She survived a battle with breast cancer and devoted herself to her children and grandchildren. From all of us at The Race Report, you're in our thoughts and our prayers.
Satako's Catholic Shop on Endicott's Washington Avenue has offered our Catholic community the finest selection of religious gifts, holy medals, rosaries, statues, and more. Visit Satako's Catholic Shop, Washington Avenue, Endicott.
– 30 years of satisfied customers. That's the proud history of Brush and Pallet Auto in Candor. We have a large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Here is this week's Car of the Week. We'll give you a $1,000 minimum trade-in, and we have financing options to fit your needs, including a first-time buyer's program. Think you can't afford it? We think you can. Check us out at brush-pallet.com or visit us in person at 598 Owego Road in Candor, New York.
Foundation alert! Foundation alert!
Pick me!
We don't badmouth the competition.
Huh?
We just beat them in price, quality, and customer service.
Hi, this is Craig Moss with KRM Foundation Repair. If you got water in the basements, cracked or flaking foundations, foundation walls that are falling in, call us for a free estimate today. We're KRM Foundation Repair. Good as any, better than some.
Bye-bye.
Unicorn Electronics in the Valley Plaza, Johnson City has the best pricing and selection of audio, video, and computer cables in the area. Don't spend a fortune on that HDMI cable for your new HD TV or Blu-ray player. Unicorn Electronics has quality cables in the lengths you need at a price you can afford. Expanding your network, Unicorn has the patch cables and accessories to make it happen. When you need to connect, Think Unicorn Electronics in the Valley Plaza, Johnson City.
Okay, we're back here at Chubby Sports Bar in Johnson City talking to another member of the Jordan racing team. This one, basically the fifth of five, and that's Dustin Jordan, who's basically just getting his first season, full season, under the belt in the Crate Sportsman Division. So, Dustin, tell us a little bit about your motorcycle racing.
Well, my uncle Chris got started in dirt bikes, who got my brother Josh started. Then me and my little brother kind of got into it. I got into dirt bike racing when I was probably 12 years old. By age of 17, I was on the AA line in the Winoa class, which was the pro class in the local series I was running in. And I was never going to go anywhere else in that. I had nowhere else to go. It was too hard to get up on Mondays and go to work after beating yourself up on dirt bikes. So I took a couple years off. Actually got hooked up with my Uncle Kevin, started going in the pits with him on his Open Sportsman, and got the love for dirt track racing. And 2 years later, I was my own car owner. Now I'm seeing what I can do behind the wheel of a car.
So now you're in there racing the Crate Sportsman for your first year. I've seen from the beginning of the season as we've progressed along, I can see the improvement week in and week out. I know the couple weeks ago you got your first top five, and I can see that progression coming. And as I talked to Pat, who races with you in the crates, he says he's giving you nothing, just like I would expect. Like you said, you earn every spot you get out there. So as yourself, how do you think your season's progressed in that first season?
It's week by week, it's slowly progressing more and more. Actually, this weekend, I had a good race a couple weeks ago at Thunder Mountain. I got my top five. But throughout the week, tearing the car down, I found some issues with the rear end and everything, and actually scrounged up some parts, got going. My Uncle Pat was having some issues, and he come to me, he goes, "Hey, let's go to Pencan Friday night." I said, "All right." So we hauled down to Pencan, and from last weekend with my top five at Thunder Mountain, then my sixth at Pencan this Friday, and then sixth at Thunder Mountain Saturday night, I'm finally to the point in the car where I'm comfortable driving it, and I have confidence in myself that I can drive a race car, and I deserve to be behind the wheel.
Well, there you go. That's part of the battle. You got to have that confidence in yourself to go out there and race. Now, like I asked a lot of your uncles last week when we had an interview, during the week, you have some major problems with the car. Basically, it's just like a phone call away, and they're already there to come and help you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, any one of my uncles I can call, and they can come down and they'll help me, or I can go there and they'll show me how to do something. And it's not even just my uncles. It's the small town of Speedsville where we come in. Kenny Hammond, he lives literally 2 minutes up the road from me. Multiple times I've gone up to him with questions, and he's never turned me away. He always is very helpful and will come down and help me with anything I need. It's our whole racing family. It might not be immediate family, but we're a racing family in our area.
Well, no question. It's a racing deal in general. Something happens in the pit, you come in with a problem, there's usually a bunch of people coming over there to help you. Now once they put the helmet on, they're not always quite as friendly, obviously, but it's a good deal. We're certainly glad that you're there. I think you're doing a hell of a job when it comes to improving week in and week out. So certainly wouldn't surprise me in the next few weeks that you're standing there in victory lane.
I hope so. Beginning of the year, that was my goal. I wanted to get one feature win this year, but then the last couple of weeks, beginning of the season, I was struggling. The last couple of weeks, I'm making progress forward, getting comfortable in the car, and now I'm to the point where if I get a feature win this year, great. If not, if I can just keep finishing top five, that's great for me. My ultimate goal at the beginning of the year was just to finish every single race, be able to go to every single race, finish every single race. Now that I'm starting to have confidence and feel good in the car and results are coming up, now my goal for the end of the year is I want to be top five in the crate points at Thunder Mountain.
Okay, well, it's great goal. You gotta try to set that bar high enough, or you're never going to achieve anything if you keep it too low. So, the sponsors on your car. Great time to mention your sponsors. Get them the plug. Get your crew, who helps you to get to the track each and every week and help you there.
First and foremost, I gotta thank my mother and father, my brothers, but then every one of my uncles and aunts. They've been so supportive to me. I got Hunt's Guns as a sponsor. I got RG Hunt Trucking as a sponsor. And I got Joe Sack that comes with me just about every single week in the pits. Like I said, my brother, my mother, my father. Just without them and every one of my uncles and aunts and just our whole family, none of this would be possible.
Most of the maintenance, like in the shop at home, are you doing that maintenance yourself?
Maintenance-wise, throughout the week, I do 90% of my own maintenance on my own by myself. But like we talked about earlier, if I ever come into a bind and I need help, help is only a phone call away from me. I've never called anyone, my brother, uncles, friends. I've never so far called anyone and said, hey, I need a hand for an hour. And no one's ever said, no, I can't come help. But for the most part, I do 90% of my own maintenance by myself throughout the week. I came from dirt bikes. I can tell anyone almost anything they want to know about a two-stroke dirt bike. But when it comes to these cars, I'm still learning I'm still learning how to work on them, how to set them up, just as much as I am how to drive them.
All right, well, we wish you nothing but the best the rest of the season. I hope to see you down Victory Lane at some point in time. And after commercial, we'll send it back to Ron.
You're watching the Race Report on Fox 40.
For 3 generations, we've been building world-class American performance.
Like the new Edelbrock Power Package Top End Kit, based on Edelbrock's powerful RPM crate engines. Each kit includes aluminum heads and intake, cam and lifters, gaskets, and hardware to build your own 400-plus horsepower Chevy small block. For 3 generations, it's pure American performance from the leader. Call now for your free Edelbrock catalog.
Edelbrock makes them right here in the USA.
30 years of satisfied customers. That's the proud history of Brush and Pallet Auto in Candor. We have a large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Here is this week's Car of the Week. We'll give you a $1,000 minimum trade-in, and we have financing options to fit your needs, including a first-time buyers program. Think you can't afford it? We think you can. Check us out at brush-pallet.com or visit us in person at 598 Owego Road in Candor, New York.
98.1 The Hawk, number 1 for 20 in a row.
This is Jason Aldean.
Hot New Country.
This is Luke Brown. And kiss tomorrow goodbye.
This is Charles, Dave,
and Hillary.
And we are
Lady Annabella.
And I don't know why you don't take me downtown anymore.
Binghamton's Hot New Country.
This is Carrie Underwood.
Every tear soaked whiskey memory blown away.
Binghamton's Hot New Country. 98.1 The Hawk. Foundation alert. Foundation alert.
Pick me! Pick me!
We don't badmouth the competition.
Huh?
We just beat them in price, quality, and customer service.
Hi, this is Craig Moss with KRM Foundation Repair. If you got water in the basements, cracked or flaking foundations, foundation walls that are falling in, call us for a free estimate today. We're KRM Foundation Repair. Good as any, better than some.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back to the Race Report. Sunday's Cheez-It 355 at the Glen is a decisive race in the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup, as well as being New York State's largest sporting event.
It is, yeah. The Cheez-It 355 NASCAR race weekend, coming right up. Tickets are still available, but they're going very quickly. So if you're on the fence about coming out for that weekend, definitely give us a call, and we'd love to have you out. Well, we have added just in the last couple of months a new camping area out by Lot 6. It's non-track side. The Bronson Hill camping area. It's going to be a real good place for fans to go hang out for the weekend. Unreserved camping. Go out there and stay for the weekend. We have concerts and different amenities going on throughout the weekend, which is a nice service to our campers. It's we have concerts, as I mentioned, both Friday and Saturday night in the infield, as well as out by Gate 1. We will have autograph sessions for both the NASCAR Xfinity Series and NASCAR K&N Pro Series East, both on Saturday, which is exciting, and a lot of cool displays and different things happening on the midway throughout the event. We have several new hospitality areas that we're bringing to life this year. The Pit Inn is one that's right trackside as they're coming out on the front straightaway, which is pretty exciting. And all of that information is available on theglen.com.
An event as important as the Cheez-It 355 at the Glen deserves a trophy befitting the status of that race, and fans were treated to the making of a Champions Trophy at the Corning Museum of Glass.
Well, we're pretty happy about this relationship with the Corning Museum of Glass and Eric Meek and his team from just what an unbelievable display. And, we do have a worldwide trophy that nobody else can replicate. And that was the goal when we looked at this 4 years ago, was what can we do to make this the best of the best? And I truly believe that's why we won the USA Today poll, number one NASCAR track in the facility in the world, because it's us. We're unique, we're creative, and we also have the best fans in the world. I think probably best fans in the world first, and then the others come afterwards. But, we love Watkins Glen International and love our fans, and our sponsors are great, and Corning Museum of Glass, and Corning owning the racetrack first back in the 80s has led to this relationship that is the best of the best.
You're watching the Race Report on Fox 40.
Welcome back to the Race Report. Thunder Mountain Speedway took Saturday off in deference to the Broome County Fair, but Champion Speedway in Owego was in action in the previously rained out Omer Leitner Cup. Calling the action is Paul Small.
Next to him is Bonsignor, and then you'll have on the outside of the track Laserbeam and Garlinghouse. So here we go. Last chance race here for Division 1 to get into the Omer Leitner Cup main event. Oh! Man, getting real aggressive there toward the tapes. And here we go. Bonsignor trying to time the start, almost got it, but Buford gets out ahead of him as they head down into turn 3. Garlinghouse looking to get underneath everybody and trying to knife his way inside now is Laserbeam. Here he comes as he battles Bonsignor for the second spot. Laser trying to take the short distance around. Bonsignor trying to protect that bottom lane, but that's allowing Buford to get away as he cranks it through turn number 2 down the backstretch here. He'll come around for the white flag this time as he sweeps his way down off the corner. So final lap underway for Buford, and it looks like he is going to make it into tonight's Omer Leitner Cup main event. Bonsignor will finish in second, close at the line. Looked like Laserbeam got there ahead of Garlinghouse in the race for the third spot. The Spear will line up all the way to the inside. Looks like Stoney's going to come from gate 2. Gate 3 is going to be Kapler, Smith, gate 4, and Orchid, gate 5. 10-lap race. So here we go. Tonight's Quad Pro main event about to go. And there they go on the takeoff. A little bit of a wangle-tangle, if you will. Coming through the corner, Stoney Ray has the advantage. Kapler darts to the inside. and Kapler will have the lead at the end of lap number 1 with Ray in second, Smith in third, followed by Orcutt and Spear. Ray bobbles a little bit in turn number 2, as does Kapler. They both get in the throttle about the same time as they roll off turn number 4 to complete the next lap. And here comes Shane Smith right there as well, and Ray to the inside, can't get the lane to get by. He got close there in turn number 2, showed a wheel to the leader, and now as they work their way down off turn number 4, it is still a tight battle here at the front of the field. Down the backstretch, coming to the inside. Ray will take over the top spot as they work their way off turn number 4. Kapler in second now, chasing after your leader, and back in the number 3 spot is Smith with the number 34. Stoney works his way off the quarter. Kapler still giving chase as they keep pushing that hose out further and further to the outside as they work their way down. You see the starter trying to get that back in so they can have a regular race line through there. And as they come by, it looks like we're about halfway through. So Ray continues to hold the lead over Kapler. Trouble for the Orcutt, 6:07. So Orcutt will fall out of the running, finishing in the number 5 spot. Battle continues up at the front of the field as they work their way down through turns 3 and 4. Stoney Ray continuing to hold on to the lead, with Kapler falling a little bit further back now in the runner-up spot. Smith maintaining the 3rd spot, Spear in 4th as the white flag will wave. Final lap around here at our Quad Pro main event. Stoney Ray carries it off turn number 2, bobbles just a little bit. And here comes the number 5 of Kapler trying to chase him down the final corner. Not going to get there. Ray is going to get the win. Kapler will finish second. Smith comes away with a 3rd, and we'll wait for the official word on this one.
Please join us this Monday night at Chubby's Sports Bar on Riverside Drive in Johnson City. 7 o'clock for the taping of the race report. 8 p.m. for the Salamita State Fair Speedy Sauce Trivia Contest hosted by Leon Andrus. For all of us at the Race Report, thanks for watching. Until next week, I'm Ron Hills, and I'll see you at the Cheez-Its 355 at the Glen.
As it looks like we have everybody getting into position. Middle is going to come from gate 1. Hawkeye from gate 2. Don Hope from the middle, then Buman, and then Harmon. Here we go. Omar Leitner Cup Scratch main event. What a hole shot for the missile. Adam Middle from the inside. Stack them up 3 wide for a moment as they charge down into turns 3 and 4. Look at Buman on the outside. Buman charges up into the lead at the end of lap number 1. Donald muscling it through turn number 2, almost loses it, falls back into a battle for the 4th spot as they rip off turn number 4. Buman continues to hold the lead over the missile. Adam Middle. Then in the 3rd spot, you've got Buford battling it out with Donald and Hawkins. Donald will come to his outside and try to take away that 3rd spot as the white flag waves. Final lap, Mikey Bueller will bring it around here through turns 3 and 4, and he will be your 2015 Omar Leitner Cup winner. Middle finishes 2nd. Donald will finish 3rd, followed by Harmon and Hawkins.